In 1995, the movie director David Fincher delivered a masterpiece with the crime thriller Seven. The end is particularly epic, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, beware, as I will reveal some spoilers. At the end of the movie, the detective played by Brad Pitt is hint that his wife has been murdered by the killer he has at gunpoint. The revelation coincides with the opening of a delivery package by his colleague, who is shocked by its content. Follow a memorable scene that has been parodied and reused many times, where Brad Pitt asks the famous questions: "What's in the box?"
With the box, what was in the box?
When he understands the box contains the remains of his wife, uncertainty turns into rage, pushing him to execute the murder. As we recover from this brutal ending, we can ask ourselves, what if? What if Brad Pitt never learned what was in the box? Is it even possible he never discovered what was in the box? If you were him, would you want to know what's in the box? Without being as terrible as Brad Pitt's case, we often face similar situations when we are given a difficult choice. To ignore the box and remain full of uncertainty, or to open it and expose ourselves to the consequences of our action. I like to compare this situation with Schrödinger's cat. As he was discussing quantum mechanics with Albert Einstein, the Nobel Prize-winning physicist Schrödinger came up with this thought experiment using a cat. According to the Copenhagen interpretation, if we were to put the animal into a special box, it could be at the same time alive and dead, so long as we do not open the box. What's fascinating here is the concept that as soon as we take action and we decide to open the box, we eliminate the uncertainty. We can observe that the cat is either alive or dead. One of the reasons we don't choose is that we fear so much what we will find inside the box. We don't know whether we are in possession of a treasure chest full of gold or a Pandora's box full of curses. Let's say we got a job offer at another company. The description of the position and the package both seem attractive, but we aren't sure if we should accept it or not. After all, in our current company, it might not be the best, but at least we know with certainty what we have. We know what the job requires, we know we get along with our colleagues and we can bear our manager. But with this new job, what if we are not qualified enough to complete our duties and then we get fired? Or what if we can't stand our colleagues, or worse, our manager is making our life a living hell? To know with 100% certainty, we have to be willing to open the box and risk killing the cat. Obviously, we can reduce the uncertainty and our perceived risk. We can go check the company's rating and reputation online. We can discuss with future colleagues and managers to get a feel and check if we are a match. We can even call ex-employees to get direct feedback on the ambience and workload. All these actions can influence our decision, but they will never give us absolute certainty that our move is the right decision. To have this certitude, we must jump ship. We must open our box. Unfortunately, it's quite tempting to remain in this de-risking phase, and we easily fall into one of the traps of overthinking. Analysis paralysis. When we fear making an error or going with the wrong decision, one of our reflexes is to gather more information. Like a squirrel catching nuts in the preparation for the winter. But contrary to the small rodent, we can fall into this trap of not knowing when to stop. Our search for certainty through additional information is likely to follow the law of diminishing returns, which means that if we pass the threshold, the value of new input will decrease up to a point it becomes negligible. Certainly, the first hour of research on the company will be valuable, but after that, we won't find much more browsing the entire web. And after one or two discussions with previous employees, we won't learn more from the following discussions. Worse, if they have left for a long period of time, their inputs could be irrelevant as their memories might be biased, or the situation could have simply changed. So it's important to be aware of the analysis paralysis pitfall, which keeps us in a reflective loop where we lose the benefits of a decision made in a timely manner. As the American businessman Harold Jennens said, "Better a good decision quickly than the best decision too late." If we decide to refuse a job offer, we can explore other opportunities, or we simply have freed some mental bandwidth for other activities, like closing tabs on our web browsers. And if we decide to take the job offer, we will gain certainty. And even if it turns out to be a Pandora's box, remember that at the bottom of it, there is hope. If you think this video could be useful to someone you know, please share it. And if you want more, follow me on my socials. See you soon!